Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Hakwadash. I want to give that by honor to the apostles and elders of great millstone taught us the 100% truth according to the spirits to be Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect out there pushing His word, the full courage and true sincerity. And peace and blessings to the hopeful believers out there which are also part of the elect. To y'all say Shalom. And once again, I want to say call Lord Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Hakwadash. Again, how Hakwadash, the Holy Spirit, to do the lesson on today. Lord, in the feed you lamb and sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, man. We got a video to the parents for the Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. And I just want to go into how that Charlie, Mr. Kirk, you know, I just want to go into, Mr. Kirk, and how this particular thing, essentially, bro. Hey, ultimate, I think I'm going to title it Prepare for the Slandering. Prepare for the slandering. Because that's what Esau's gearing up to do, man. With this Charlie, going on, you got a lot of individuals out there, that, if you speak against Charlie, which, essentially this guy, bro, we just went into him at camp for a little bit, man. The nigga was just a debater, bro. Even Elder Apostle Hart. He said a nigga just be debating it, yelling, things like that. Like, he wasn't even nothing too crazy, But nevertheless, Esau's going to use this particular psyop, this particular thing, to raise a civil war, because you already see what he's doing, man. He's rousing up Judah, but he's going to use that to slander the brother. You know what I'm saying? Because that if they're talking about, if you speak against you speak against my boy Charlie, right? You speak against my boy Charlie, you can lose your job. There's been a lot of individuals out here losing their job, losing particular things due to them speaking evil of Charlie. So who's the head honcho for that? And really, that's really just the inch at the profits of free speech. Hey, Shalom, man. Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. I'm back, but I was going into how the aspect of, Esau's going to use this thing. You already know. Hey, call Lord Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, 414 on a white car. You see? But Esau's going to use this to slander us. Because it's essentially just really him inching that fucking free speech. Because the crazy thing is, you see the same thing happened during the time of the Crown Vic. Man, when the Crown Vic came out, you couldn't say nothing about the Crown Vic, and it's considered medical information, and you couldn't say nothing about the jab. It's considered misinformation. And we see what times we're in, and Esau, this ain't nothing new. This is just part of him inching at the prophets, because we know, according to the scriptures, it's going to come a day where wisdom is going to be hidden in earth. Wisdom is not going to be being brought and pushed forth throughout the four corners of the earth, man. That's from the scriptures, because I'm in transit, so I'm quoting that from the scriptures, Ezekiel 31. I think it's 31. It talks about how then they should know that a prophet was amongst them. You see? Or Ezekiel 37. But it says, then they should know that a prophet was amongst them. You see all these particular things, how they going to know that? Because the prophets was amongst them, but the thing is that they're not going to be able to access them no more due to the famine of the word and the slandering that Esau's going to do. So I want to get this real quick because the priest mentioned it, and I wanted to bring out the word, but I never was able to at camp. But this is Psalms 50 and verse 20. As a matter of fact, got these niggas driving like maniacs. Oh shit. I'm going to start right here because this is going to let you know it's talking about Esau. It says Psalm 50 and verse 16. It says, but unto the wicked, Yahweh Yahweh Shai saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes? Or to take thou, or to take thou shouldst thou take. It's like an or that thou shouldst take my covenant in thy mouth. You see? And that's what Esau do. He's taking on a persona that I'm an Israelite. He the sons of God. He did iconoclasm, Renaissance, which means rebirth. He changed all the icons. He changed all the pictures pertaining to the Lord and made him himself, proclaiming that he is the one that is, that's forwarding the Lord's will on earth, right? So now let me jump down a little bit. It says, thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue fameth deceit. You see, you read it in the NLT, it says, your mouth is filled with wickedness, and your tongue is full of lies. You see? Your tongue is full of lies. Because What he's finna do is he's finna bear false witness. He's finna lie. He's finna lie about the prophets. He's finna lie. That was finna happen. He's finna lie, man. Saying that we're teaching a particular thing and we're not teaching. I mean, you already see now. He got his fucking niggas that he had take the damn gift. They always the main thing they always like to say about GMS is we great. We great. We told people to go great, which GMS never said that. And before I was even in GMS, but you even had a nigga that understood that all GMS did was just give the breakdown on what grape was, the truth, the 100% truth of what grape was, and what it essentially goes back to, you know, and how was it handled in ancient time. That's all GMS. They didn't say that with that understanding, Akim, go grape a woman. It's your right to go grape a woman. You see? No, they never said that. But guess what? Esau, we got to remember, man, ultimately the Lord pulling the strings on Esau, but he had Esau pull the strings on those particular false camps, man, those false prophets that demonize the men of the Lord, to say, oh, they're talking about raping and things like that, man. You see? That's a part of their pattern that Esau got on their ass, man. Where they gotta say, hey, you gotta teach this. You gotta make sure you slander this camp. Make sure you talk shit about this camp. They don't talk shit about no other camp. They would never talk about IUIC. ISBK won't talk about each other. They won't talk about IUIC. They always talking about GMS. How GMS is. You see, that's part of Esau using, because them niggas part of the Esau's deceit going out through the four corners of the earth, man. You see the false prophets? They work in the vibration of Satan. They fame in deceit, lies. I'm reading it again. They part of Esau's mouth. They the mouthpieces of Esau, aka Satan. Satan, the physical counterpart of Satan. But I read this again, Psalms 50 and verse 19. Your mouth is filled with wickedness, and your tongue is full of lies. You see? Now let's read the next verse. It says, thou sittest, and this is in the KJV. It says, thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, thou slanderest thy own son. You see? Who is the brother of Esau? The wicked one. It's Jacob. Jacob is the brother of Esau, man. Esau being the wicked, his brother is Jacob, the son of Genesis 25. You see? First came out Esau, and then came out Jacob. You see? So when you get that word slanders, right? This is Strong's H1848. It's like Dapaya. Yeah. Dapaya. And it says a blemish, a fault, right? But when you go down to the Chaldee lexicon, not the Chaldee lexicon, what's this? I think it's Hebrews Thayer's lexicon. Let me look at it again. Yeah, okay, it's a Hebrew Chaldee lexicon, right? It says evil report, slander. So this nigga Esau, he's gonna make an evil report against the men of the Lord. He's gonna demonize them, and that's gonna cause persecution and particular things to come upon us, man. But this is the same thing that happened during the time of Nero. When you go into it, bro, Nero, let's get that right quick, man. Let's read that. Let's see. Let me ask the chat. Let's see the chat say. Because we know Nero blamed the collapse of Rome being burned down on the Israelites. says that right here. It says that he had targeted the small and unpopular Christian community in Rome, right? So who is that small, unpopular Christian community in Rome? The followers of Yahweh Shai. You see, the followers of Yahweh Shai, they is that small community of Christians. The followers of Yahweh Shai, they was the reason why Rome went and got burned, right? So you don't think Nero and the reincarnation, this is what he's gonna do? He's already said, but he's already came out and said that if you say anything is small hats, you deserve the death penalty. He got motherfuckers out here getting jacked up for Charlie. He got motherfuckers out here getting jacked up for Charlie if you speak against him. We know this is just part of the demonization process, and we, as you could say, man, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. At least Satan should get an advantage of. We're not ignorant of the devices. We're not blind to this, because this is all prophecy. We know that there's going to be a violent uprising, insurrection against the ones that fear Yahweh Bashma Shah. We say it all the time, and we're in 2 Corinthians 15 and 2 Corinthians 16 right now. It's happening. 2 Corinthians 16 go into that violent insurrection. I think it says like an evil, multitude over thee. You see? We know this coming, but how is it going to come? By Esau's demonization. That's why the scripture describes him as the accuser of our brethren. Let's get it. Accuser of our brethren. Hopefully this thing don't sum up the bottom, man. Oh Lord, Yahweh. This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 10. It says, and I heard a voice, I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength, and the kingdom of our power. And the kingdom of our power, Yahweh Shai, and the power of Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. For the accuser, right? The accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before the Lord, Yahweh Shai, day and night. You see? Right? The accuser of our brethren is cast down. Right? So I wonder what that word accuser says right there. I wonder what it says. See what it say. Man, them allergies, man. Pray for me, Hakim. I'm taking these herbs, these fucking... It's not even really allergy season for me. So the word for accuse is Strong G2722. It says categoreo. You see? Categoreo. Categorize. You see? Categoreo. And it says to accuse. See, the Lord, Esau, he gonna put us in a category. You see, he gonna categorize us. He's already doing it. Terrorist. He's already put us in a category of being a terrorist, being all these particular things that people don't like. You see? As it says how Yahweh Shai was numbered amongst the transgressors, that's what Esau's going to do. He's going to paint a picture and try to number us amongst the transgressors. We worse than anything. You see? And we got to be ready for it, man, because the Lord told us of these particular things. And the Lord, Revelation 2, my bad, I think Revelation 2, Revelation 2, I think Revelation 2 and 10, how he said the devil should cast some of you into prison, that you should be tried for 10 days. Be thou ye faithful unto death, and the Lord should give thee a crown of life. We got to be faithful unto death, because these particular things are going to happen, but the Lord said what? He going to take care of us. He going to have divine intervention for us. Whether we undergo being a martyr, and he has a spirit on us, or whether he has an angel, or whether he gives us spiritual powers. However way the Lord has it set up for the men of the Lord's lot, essentially, we're going to be taken care of, man, no matter what. We got to hold fast to that, because as scripture said, where the word of a king is, there power. And when you read Psalms 55, it says that the counsel of the Lord is not going to return back unto him void. The Lord said he's going to take care of his prophets pursuant to Isaiah 65. You see, Isaiah 65, Isaiah 59, Revelation 7. You see? Countless scriptures. Jeremiah 30, Daniel 12. Psalm 91, all these scriptures, these chapters, particular verses and talk about how the Lord is going to be there for his elect. You see? But we're going to get persecuted. Yahweh Shai got persecuted, how much more us, being the servant. But I want to see when it says here in a, where is it at? Yeah, I want to see what it says in the Thayer's Greek lexicon. Let's see what it say. See if I can find some in here. Let me get the root word. Okay, I'm driving right now. I can't really get too much in it, but we know who that accuser is, man. Esau Edom, the so-called white man. We know who it is. He's the one that has the authority to do so. You see? He's put in the position to do it. That's how he's going to be able to roll on us, because if he roll on us, everything we say is true. So he got to have a reason as to why he's doing what he's doing. Like, I got to do this because of this. These niggas destroying Rome, which is we in Rome all over again. This is a revival of Roman Empire. See, so Lord, when this is edified to the power and spirit of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai and vigilant and she's of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. I'm going to end up saying, call Allah Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Bahashem Rachakwadash. I'm going to get up an honor to the apostles that had a great millstone to y'all. I'm going to say shalom.